Come on in. It's another edition of the Bridging Insider, and it's a follow-up time with Michael, who you might remember from a couple episodes ago. Michael had just anxiety and wanted to be more active. And what we didn't talk about then was what he does for work. And so that may be something that's adding to his stress too, physical stress. So how have you been feeling since we first met?
A lot more space in my chest. And I'm an actor, so that is really important for like breath control and everything. But it also can be pretty intense on my body, just performing, doing a lot of shows in a row. So I'm curious to see if there's any places that need some adjustments.
Little tweaks.
Yeah.
Okay. If you had to guess, where would your guess be? Like what have you been feeling tight?
Just knowing in general, like I know my shoulders were really tight last time. And I think especially with anxiety that can like creep in. So I'm curious to see if I have any more tightness there.
You want to keep your ears out of your shoulders out of your ears.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's see how things are holding up.
All right.
All right. So let's step forward and just a quick check-in. We're going to see how you move this way and that. Okay. Not too bad. And super easy. That's great.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go forward and back. Again, super easy. So you get to sit down.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, that felt a lot more even than the last time.
Yeah. And then last time there were some differences doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's super nice too. And a little side to side. Good. All right. So far, so good.
Yeah.
Go ahead, lay down.
All right.
Okay. So just a quick check with legs. So this one could be a little better. And this was the one that we spent a lot of time with before.
Yeah.
But, and then arms. So the arms are still moving nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because that was one of the big changes. And this one, really nice. And let's see how shoulders are doing. Okay, moves could be a little nicer, but we'll see.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm going to have you just quick roll on your stomach.
Yeah.
And just a quick check on the shoulders, different way to... Okay, so this one is better than this one. And then back to the legs. Let's see how that ankle might be affecting. Nice. Good. Okay, so they're not quite as easily moving, and let's make sure you're centered here, but everything is centered and everything is better. So overall, your body adapted pretty well.
Yeah.
So tell you what, let's come up on your knees. I'm going to get you a little support underneath your core.
Okay.
And so just
lay back down.
Yeah, and just make sure your head feels all right. And you can just shift these so that there.
Where should this one be?
That looks good, just so it's comfy. And we're just going to kind of check in with what's going on in your core and see how you're moving here. And, you kind of talked about your back. And I'm looking at just continuity of movement through the core. And it's a lot easier down here. And there's a dividing line right about here. And so let's just see if we can get that moving a little bit easier, and that should still help with the breathing. So I've got my little peanut balls, and we're just going to give your ribs a little support on both sides and just kind of give them a little hug and get the muscles moving in here a little bit easier. Perfect. And then what we want to do is set these down, get some even shoulders. Excellent. And this one. So one of the ways that arms connect into core is like a push-up. So if I push up, you ought to start to move, which that was okay. Well, let's see how this one works. Not bad. Do they feel pretty similar?
Yeah, they felt pretty similar to me.
Okay, so that actually helps keep all this open because your arm can push and keep it kind of pushed open. Let's see how legs are doing with this little different setup we've got for your core. So that was easy, and it turns pretty easy. Well, let's see about the other one. Not quite as easy, not as light. So here's what we're going to do. Because this is the ankle that was sprained a lot, we're just going to use 2 of these guys again. Again, it's like we're putting a little compression and add a little motion, just helps all the muscles remember how to work together and connect up your foot so it has some better movement and able to work with your calf and your knee and your hip better. There, I think that did it. Let's see. Yes. And let's see if they match. They do. And this one's just a little bit tighter. And do a little bit more to get your heel and ankle connecting together. And there we go. Did you feel this change?
Yeah.
So it's your shin area, and what that has to do is work with your Achilles, and they need to like alternate taking turns. And whatever had gone on with your ankle, just you were relying more on your Achilles and not so much on your shin muscles to help out. And so that's a little bit bouncier of a feel. Your leg lightened up. Yay. Alrighty. I think that is going to do it. So let's double check what's going on here. And that seems pretty even. And if we're moving up and down, that seems pretty even too. So just this band around the middle just needed a little support from all the muscles in there so they could relax and let you take a deeper breath. And then that ankle was still another little aspect of it to improve upon. Yeah. So push back up. And let's do a quick check on your back. Yeah. Okay. There's one thing I didn't check earlier that we want to check before we're done. Yeah. Let's see if shoulders are a little bit easier than where we started. Yes. And let's see if legs. Yes. This left leg, much, much nicer. Okay, so the thing I did not check earlier, we're just going to see if you turn. Very good. And if the other side matches. And this one's just a smidge easier, so I'm going to rock it back and forth. Mm-hmm. And we always go with the better side because it needs to have something to share or give up compensating on the other to the other side. There you go. Your shoulder wasn't moving, and now it is. Okay, there you go. So sit up. Yeah. Okay, let's just see how much easier this is. So before you move, now there's just this flow. Yeah. So stand up.
That spot in my back, I've noticed, I'm always usually tight there. So yeah, it was interesting that you found that dividing line.
Okay. Oh, you look like you're standing up straighter. I wish I had a before and after photo. Good. And let's turn. Fantastic. And forward and back. Yes. Okay. Everything is really centered. You look more open and upright through the chest. So again, with anxiety, that will help you breathe and be able to calm yourself better. Mm-hmm. And with that ankle moving better, your leg and your core, all the demanding work you have as an actor with all the things you have to do, I don't know, stunts. Yeah. That hopefully you'll be able to get through those without actually wrecking yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So great. Any questions?
No, I don't think so. It's just really interesting to see, like, all of a sudden something moves and you're like, oh yeah, that does feel way more open. So thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no. So thank you for being able to come in for the follow-up. And what was really great is we saw that everything we worked on the first time was still pretty much there. Mm-hmm. We just were able to add a little bit more to it so that he's just gotten a little more ease of living and being able to be active. So thank you.
Thank you.